The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by
Mingy Beef Jerky,
Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Rafferty's, Double Dogs, and by Prep Spin.
Hello, I'm Gary Ball, your host for the Scholastic Ball Report. Welcome to the show today. We got a great lineup for you again this week. As always, we'll have a feature from WKYT from around the state. The Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, Lexington Catholic Girls Soccer Team. The Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week is Lexington Catholic golfer and 2024 State Individual Golf Champion Charlie Spiller, who also plays football. From Nicholasville, we have the Sutherland Chevrolet Driver of the Week with some great sport highlights. Clark's Pump and Shop legend is officiating legend Burney Jenkins. But we know what you want. You want the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. We got them. It's called Game Time with Brian Milam, Lee K. Howard, Lindsey Goff.
After tonight, only 1 week left in the high school football regular season.
You know, major district seeding implications on the line, so tonight is the night to make things happen.
That's right. Last week, GRC derailed Madison Central after the Indians had taken Douglas the full 15 rounds 7 days earlier. Could the Cardinals pull a Buster Douglas and KO Frederick Douglas?
See what you did there.
The Bronx are champs of the Lexington metro area. Last year was a first quarter knockout in favor of the Broncos. This region can only have one Douglas, and it started just like last year. Opening drive, Jackson Strautman. Look at the catch from Avion Chenault. What a grab. Touchdown, 7-0. Joe Chirico, his team is on the ropes, and here comes the stampede. Sam Clements, nowhere to go. Marcus Newcomb tries for the German suplex. Doesn't get it. Second drive of the game for Douglas. Strautman is flushed, finds Braylon Moss, but Peyton Smith steps in front. And he is gone, 39 yards. No upset here. Douglas rolls 35-0.
No matter who you cheer for or what the sport,
Clark's Pump and Shop is there to support the young people who play.
Whether it's a snack on the way to the game or restocking on the way home, Clark's is the winning stop. And whether you're choosing from drinks, chips, or a one-of-a-kind crispy, crunchy chicken, you'll be a winner no matter what the scoreboard says.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
In today's fast-paced world, you need news now.
But it's more than that. It's about trust.
It's always looking for what's new.
What's happening now and what's next.
It's the first alert to keep you safe.
It's being there for the wins
and the losses.
It's digging deeper and asking the important questions.
Live, local, trusted.
That's our promise.
That's WKYT News.
Weather affects us all. You plan your day around it. Do you need a jacket or do you need the umbrella?
We all need to know when severe weather will disrupt our day or even put us in danger. That's why we first alert.
And we're available whenever and wherever you need us. On TV, on your computer, and on your mobile device. Mornings, nights, and weekends.
Keeping you safe in severe weather is our top priority.
WKYT First Alert Weather. Live, local, trusted.
Sayre football continues to develop into a quality Class A football program. Today, one of their best players in the brief renewal of their pigskin history committed to Ohio. Brock Kaufman, the do-everything guy for the Spartans, made his decision on social media this afternoon. Ohio will be getting an athlete who is an excellent receiver with very good speed. Kaufman has 45 catches for nearly 800 yards and 15 touchdowns this season. And a year ago, 2023, Kaufman brought in 67 passes for a shade under 1,200 yards, crossing the goal line 24 times.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, Lexington Catholic Girls Soccer Team. With us today are players Joanna Bryant and Bella Bretz. Welcome in, Joanna and Bella.
Thank you for having us. Yes, thank you for having us.
Let's start with Joanna. Talk about your soccer background. Who got you interested in playing soccer?
Well, I started in Lexington. My mom, she played in college, so I've been playing under her. I played under her when I was younger, and then I moved up to Cincinnati to play at Kings Hammer in Cincinnati, and then now I'm at Ohio Elite.
What position do you play?
For high school, I play midfield, so the 10, and then for club, I play a forward winger, so a 7 or 11.
What do you like about it?
I like taking players on 1v1, using my speed, and then getting good crosses or shots off.
What is your favorite part of the game of soccer generally?
I think being a part of a team and connecting with my teammates on and off the field, the relationship you build with them is really special.
What do you work on in practice to improve your game?
Recently, we've been working on a lot of just team bonding, especially during districts, regions, just working with one another, playing with each other, combining passes, and getting good shots off in the final third.
And do you have college plans?
Yes, I am verbally committed to play at Miami of Ohio.
Good school up in Oxford, a real good school. Bella.
Yes.
Why and how did you get interested in playing soccer?
Soccer has always been a big part of my family. My dad's been a coach for a really long time, and my sisters both play in college, so I've just been playing since I was born pretty much.
Yeah. I know Todd Bretz well. He's a great coach. What position do you play on the team?
I'm a goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper. You're in a tough soccer district. Tell us about the recent district championship you guys won.
The environment was really tough. There was a lot of people, a lot of cheering, and Lafayette came and they played an amazing game. And I mean, the stakes were really high. It went into overtime, and we really just fought our hardest, and we played the best that we could, and we ended up coming out on top.
Schools are your biggest rivals?
I'd say in the region, it's probably Frederick Douglass. They're a really great team this year, and it's a really good team to challenge us. And also Sacred Heart. They're ranked #1. They're an amazing team, and hope to play them again.
Any college plans this year, Bella?
I don't have anything set currently, but I'm definitely looking to play in college and further my career.
Well, thank you, Joanna and Bella, for being on the Scholastic Ball Report today.
Thank you for having us.
That's it for the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Are you ready? Kentucky's premier music event is back. Vibe in the Vines, Friday, November 8th at the breathtaking Chenault Vineyards in Richmond. Featuring the harmonic sounds of the multi-platinum selling country music band, Black Hawk. Also appearing, your artist in residence, the award-winning bluegrass sounds of the Goodwin Brothers. Music starts at 6 p.m. For tickets, visit thevineky.com.
Sometimes in life, in order to move forward, it helps to look back. To learn from the pioneers and trailblazers.
To gain inspiration from those who came before us.
To show us what it means to act with empathy and to show that love has no labels.
Join WWE and Love Has No Labels throughout the year in celebrating people from all communities and heritages.
Because when love has no labels, that's a love we can all fight for.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. With us is golfer Charlie Spiller from Lexington Catholic and the 2024 KHSAA Individual State Champion. Welcome to the Scholastic Ball Report, Charlie.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's great to be here.
Congratulations on being the medalist at this year's KHSAA State Championship in golf.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's awesome.
Describe the two-day experience and your scores each day.
It was a great experience overall. I had a really good week of practice leading up to it, so I was prepared. And once I got there, I've played there a lot over my high school career already, and I'm really familiar with the courses. I've played there a lot. I know all the tee shots and stuff, and I was prepared for the greens too because I've been practicing on some fast greens that week. The experience, playing in the tournament overall, is really great just because, I've played there I've qualified all 5 years for my high school career, and ending it, especially with a win, is one of the best things I could ever do, in my opinion. It was great, but scores weren't that low for how they've been in the past, but the course is playing really tough. Greens were really fast. It's a different type of grass down there too. It's Bermuda, not bent grass, so had to prepare for that this week a little bit too, especially around the greens, like short game and stuff like that. So it was great. It was a great experience overall.
What was the playoff experience like to determine the champion?
It was awesome. I really like having those pressure environments and everything like that. All the playoffs are really fun. I've had a couple of them this year already, in regular season. And the playoff, we started on 18 and played 18 twice. All three of us parred 18. And after the first playoff hole, after we all three parred the first playoff hole, I was kind of settled in and kind of ready to put my foot on the gas and get it over with. But it was really fun. That's all I tried to do the entire week, was have fun.
How do you stay focused and mentally prepared for a tournament like the state championship golf?
Mentally, I've been working with I have two coaches that I've been working with mentally, and they've helped me out a ton over the season, get better and better over the summer, especially leading up to high school season. And I think that really helped me out during state because they helped me stay present, which was the big thing that I was thinking about. And I was also really thinking about in my mind, and I wrote a note down, it'll all work out in the end. So that really helped me if I made a bogey or something bad happened, it would all work out eventually, no matter what happened in the moment, just stay present and be prepared for the next shot.
You're also a kicker and a punter on the football team. Talk to us about how you balance your schedule with your academics, with football, golf, and all that you play.
Yeah, it gets a little difficult sometimes, especially at the start of the season when we have a bunch of golf tournaments within a week or two. But yeah, I've talked to both my coaches, and they're both really cool about me trying to fit both together. And yeah, I mean, football's really fun. I've loved it since I started in sophomore year, and yeah, my football coach understands that I'm more of a golfer than I am a football player. So yeah, I usually go to practice a couple times a week as much as I can, while also like maintaining my practice schedule for golf.
You have a GPA of 3.5. Do you have plans to play golf in college?
I do. I just don't. I'm not exactly sure yet. I think. Well, my top three choices right now are Belmont, UTEP, and Sacred Heart. And I got an offer from Belmont and Sacred Heart recently, so I'm considering those. And I have a call with the UTEP coach in the next few days about making a college decision soon.
Well, he's going to realize you won a state championship, so it's going to be after you pretty hot and heavy. Well, thank you,
Yes, sir.
Charlie, for being on the Scholastic Ball Report today.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
That's it for the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. We'll be right back with more in the Scholastic Ball Report.
Let's take a look at our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Douglas at GRC in the opening drive of the game. Jackson Strautman looking downfield and connects with Avion Chenault, but look at the grab in the end zone. The ball is past him, and somehow Chenault reels it in. Take a look at it in slow motion. That young man can flat play football, and that is Avion Chenault, our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of their 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
I'm Richard Karn, and I love my hose. It ain't those old hoses. This is my hose. The new Pocket Hose Copper Bullet, now infused with real copper, so your water is always clean and lead-free. Just turn on the water and watch your hose grow and grow. And when you turn off the water, away it goes. Our new inner tube uses 3 layers of high-strength latex on the inside. Then it's wrapped in a new polymer filament jacket, 3 times stronger than the other hoses, and I love the oversized, easy-to-grip fittings. Get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copper Bullet today for only $29.99. But wait, call now and get our Turbo Shot adjustable nozzle, absolutely free. This is an exclusive advanced release of our 2024 edition Pocket Hose. Order now.
Call 1-800-449-0346 or visit copperbullet.hose.com. So call 1-800-449-0346 now.
Back into the Scholastic Ball Report for the Clark's Pumpkin Shop Legend segment. Today we have Burney Jenkins, sports officiating guru and legend, and current mayor of the city of Georgetown. Welcome to the Scholastic Ball Report, Burney.
Well, thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Burney, let's go down memory lane for a minute. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Clarksville, Tennessee, which is about 40 miles northwest of Nashville. So if you're coming from Kentucky, if you go towards Fort Campbell, you're going straight down.
Gotcha. So talk about your high school sports career and other playing history.
Well, I played a little sports in high school, and I didn't play very much. I played a little basketball. I played some middle school football and that. But I didn't play a lot of sports in high school. But I was more like I did a lot of the intramural stuff and that. And when I went to college, got more inundated with doing some sports there.
So, talk about your transition from playing sports and being interested in sports into officiating.
Well, like I said, when I came to college in 1972, as a way to make some extra money, I started officiating. I wanted to just again like make a little extra cash here and there, and I had some grade school games here in Georgetown, and I also helped started the officiating portion. They were looking for somebody to get some officials to do their junior pro games, their little league football, and they knew I did a little bit of that in college. Did a little officiating intramurals and running intramurals, so they asked me to do that, and that's how I got started. So, and from there, I, after getting out of college, I started getting more into it in high school. So the transition went from playing sports to actually getting into officiating started when I was in college.
So, talk about your officiating career path. You mentioned some of the things, the way you got started, but how did that matriculate to the top levels? Because you've done some very high level basketball in particular.
Well, like I said, I started when I got into college, and then once I graduated from college and I started teaching here at Georgetown Middle School, George Lusby got me involved a little bit with joining the local association, the BBA, in 1976. There I met Ken Cox and Jake Bell and Dave Bear and Tommy Shuck and some others, and Howard Rogers, Bobby Flynn, who kind of took me on their wings and got me started. And from there, I did some years there, and then I got into football, Shirley Watts, and then of course George was helping me with there, and then also got into baseball. But from basketball, I kind of transitioned from basketball into baseball and then into football. And that's the circle I did every year for many, many years. And again, I had an opportunity to referee some really high level games. I got a chance in 1981, and I got my opportunity to work my first state tournament. And I got to work the semifinal game where I worked I think Simon Kenton and somebody else. I can't remember who they played that morning. But I got a chance to work that game there, and I enjoyed it. That started me on the way, and from there I got into some college, with the Mid South, and from there I got into Ohio Valley Conference, and I did some games, a few games in the Southeastern, the old Metro, and got that going, and also during that time, I got into OVC football and OVC baseball. So, and moved my way up. And in 2001, I got an opportunity to work in the NFL. Jim Diopoulos gave me a call and asked me that I wanted to work a few games in the NFL, and I did, and got to work about 4, 5, 6 games in the NFL.
Wow, that you've done it all at every level, which I have known about and are a great official. So, what's one of your most memorable officiating experiences?
I would say, people talk about, I got a chance to work, in the NFL. I got a chance to work the FCS championship game in 2009 when Montana State played Villanova. But really, probably the most memorable was working the boys' state tournament. I mean, there's nothing like it. You're not going to find any showcase of that level anywhere in the country. And, we have people in Kentucky who has gone to that tournament for years. And, the fans are pretty knowledgeable. They support that endeavor. And to me, working, like I said, I get an opportunity to work a lot of championship games, I think 4 or 5 championship games. And it was really a thrill for me.
Well, thank you, Burney, for being the Clark's Pump and Shop legend this week on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Well, thank you for having me here. Like I said, I always love talking about officiating and all the great things and it's done for me. And it's always good talking to you, Bridget and Gary. And hopefully I'll see you sometime down the road. If not, at least at the state tournament.
Sounds great. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
All right, last week, Henry Clay snapped its school record 22-game losing streak. Tonight, the Blue Devils looking for their second straight win for the first time since October of 2018. Tates Creek wanted no part of that kind of history, but hey, Blue Devils with a spring in their step after last week's win. Henry Clay's first drive resulted in some points. Keontae Edwards rolling to his left, throwing back to his right. Luke Leonardo, 7-0 home team. Now it's 10-0 in the first when Tates Creek finds pay dirt to give it to Brian Evans Jr. That's Brian with a Y. 30 yards, virtually untouched. Commodores on the board. Second quarter, this time Edwards rolls to his right, and he's going to throw on the run, and he's got Isaiah McQueen king him down the field. But guess what? The devil is in the details. And the details show that Tates Creek turned it up in the second half, and they got the win, 38-25.
I take care of my bone health, so I remain strong and active as I age. You can too. It is never too early or too late to start taking care of your bones. Bones provide support to keep you moving. Maintain bone strength at every age by getting calcium and vitamin D in your diet and exercising regularly. Get on your own path to good bone health. For bone health tips, visit pathtogoodbonehealth.org.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours.
Well, that's a wrap on our show this week. Special thanks go to our Scholastic Ball Report team. They make this show special. Pressman's King of Stream, William Warfield. Joel Clace, our director, WKYT. Executive producer, Bridget DeVries. WKYT sports staff of Brian Milam, Lee K. Howard, and Lindsey Gall. But until next week, thanks for watching. And remember, for those you see and those you don't see, keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by Mingy Beef Jerky, Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Rafferty's, Double Dogs, and by Prep Spin.